This has been one hell of a week for Dragon Ball Super news. Not only did we get the confirmation that there is a new Dragon Ball Super anime coming out that is not Dragon Ball Super, but at the same time we got the next Dragon Ball Super manga arc completely announced. But we have even more news as of the making of this video. New updates have just dropped. Today is a wild and crazy day. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into this new Dragon Ball Super manga information. And of course, I'm talking about the superhero prequel arc. Do you love basketball but don't meet the requirements to play on the professional court? Or do you just need something to burn up your time while you have a lot of time to burn up? Check out NBA Clash on iOS. Take your game to the next level with NBA Clash. Packed with intense gameplay and over-the-top visuals, NBA Clash is the ultimate basketball gaming experience. This is a fast-paced head-to-head game where you will be using quick drives to the basket, long-range three-pointers, and explosive dunk. And as you climb the leadership board, you unlock new NBA stars to add to your team. And with the new update that lets you enjoy NBA Clash leads and Clash modes, today is the perfect time to check out the link in the description below and check out NBA Clash on iOS. Did you sleep through the Granola arc only to be violently shaken awake by Black Frieza at the end of the last arc and hoped that the next arc would have him as a prominent villain and possibly a war within Universe 7? Well, sucks to be you, because today we have news that there is a brand new arc coming next month for Dragon Ball Super's manga. So yes, as far as we know now, there is no Black Frieza because of the details that are incoming. Dragon Ball Super manga returns next month on December 20th. A new arc begins. Goten and Trunks will become superheroes. All eyes on the duo. Expect to see a lot of Gohan and Piccolo in the manga. Story is a prequel to superhero events that happened just before the movie. Now we do have confirmation that this is going to be one of the shorter arcs in the Dragon Ball Super manga, not even close to being as long as the Granola arc, but I think the name kind of gives it away, and I think we could be looking at two possible futures for where this story is going to go. But before that, let's jump into the actual picture itself. We have Goten and Trunks here, and they are wearing the exact same outfit except for one key difference, and that is the color changes between them. Each one has the opposite color. Trunks has black arms, Goten has white arms, Trunks has a white vest, Goten has a black vest. Obviously, this is not coincidence. This is deliberate because they are probably not going to be 100% just themselves in the entire arc. More than likely, they are going to be fusing quite often to create one superhero. So they will be themselves facing off against probably smaller villains, smaller crime, but once it's something, you know, big or they want to make a show of it, they will fuse. And I just love the symbolism here where they are opposites, but they are at the same time pulling each other together just with the in sync of both their uniforms. But the issue here is when they actually do fuse, because every Metamaries fusion dance that we've seen gives you essentially this outfit. So if they do that, then their costumes basically evaporate and they will just look like Gotenks. Unless they do the fusion through the earrings, then they will be a mismatch of each other's costumes. That's the only way that I can see it. We could be possibly getting a Potara fusion between both these two, maybe, possibly, or an upgraded version of the fusion dance where they essentially keep their clothes. So the name of this arc being Superhero Prelude Arc, basically meaning the prequel to Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and this is not the longest arc. I think this is going to tie in the events from the Granola arc to Superhero, or at least Superhero as we know it in the Dragon Ball Super manga. It could be a short mini arc before they get into some meaty stuff, and there could be one of two outcomes with this. This could be showing us what the manga's version is of Goten, Trunks facing off and fighting crime, similar to what Gohan and Videl did back in Dragon Ball Z, giving us a little bit more lore on Gohan's beast form, on Piccolo's orange form, only to end the arc on this, which is what we got for Dragon Ball Super Broly in the manga, which would be probably the least exciting thing to happen. Or the other more exciting version of this is that this is a mini arc that leads into an actual 100% superhero arc, because if this is a prelude arc, these events are going to change what superhero eventually is. So having just a screen like this, something that shows us what happened basically in the movie, it's not going to fit entirely because that's not what it's leading up to. These are completely different histories now. So what makes more sense is that superhero prelude arc leading into a much bigger or equally as big superhero arc, and there we can get a little bit more definition on superhero Gohan and his beast forms, and we get Orange Piccolo and the lore behind that. We also could be looking at a perfected Cell Max, where in the movie we got the imperfect version because again it is the movie, they had time constraints. In the manga itself, it could be a perfected version that looks similar to this. This is made by Merrick Marimo, by the way. Go ahead and check him out. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below, this artwork, but it looks phenomenal. This is a great hybrid for that Cell Max and Perfect Cell look. I think I would rather see that because that way in the universe, not only do we have a perfected Cell Max running around, depending if he gets destroyed or not, and at the same time we have Black Frieza, who is also running around. So we could actually be looking, depending if Cell Max lives and if this goes on, a future arc where Cell and Frieza team up. Either way, I'm excited for this. Can't wait for it to drop. I am going to be looking forward to December 20th.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.